What's up, guys? It's Danny at Wheelsboutique here. We got a 488 Ferrari that we just did a pure turbo upgrade, stage 2s with wastegates and our controller setup. So we're gonna head over to the dyno. The car's on pump gas. Our goal for it is about 700 wheel horsepower. So we're gonna head over to MPI right now and go ahead and see how it does. Dyno, there's not going to be as much load as on the street, so the horsepower goal that we have of being 700 horsepower on the dyno is going to be a lot less than what the car actually puts down on the actual street. So if we can get some good traction and get some good numbers, you know, it really shows more so than what the dyno numbers show. A lot of people go for just dyno numbers, but it's more so how the car performs on the street. More because a lot of times people can tweak the numbers and lie about it. So if you get two cars next to each other on the street and you know what it does in the quarter mile, or you can go based off like 60 to 130 numbers. We don't have a draggy or anything like that, or we're nowhere close to a drag strip, so we'll have to see in the future on that. But the dyno numbers are going to be pretty representative of what the performance of the car should do on the street. We also have the previous numbers for the car at the same dyno, so we'll have those pulled up as well to be able to compare. Get really a good comparison between the stage 1 turbos and stage 2 turbos, and also the difference in the wastegates on the cars. A lot of times you see these guys that compare these cars to others. You know, if you have a built 2J and you're trying to compare it to a Ferrari, it's not really a good comparison. A stock 2J will make more power than these things. So this is more so just improving on the platform is what we're really looking for, and trying to build it from there. Because these Ferraris for the past several years have been relatively slow. You know, it's not till recently these cars, you know, they've all been naturally aspirated, and now Ferrari's moved over to turbocharging. So it's really been able to see a big increase on the performance on these cars. Putting the diesel in.
Diesel?
Yeah, diesel, race fuel. The Shell Nitro Plus. We're not sponsored, so don't blur it, bleep my name, bleep what I just said. Just gonna have to bleep all that. We need fuel sponsorship. The best part about these cars is the transmissions. I mean, as you hear, it's lightning fast. It's not even a comparison when you look at the old E-gear stuff. So McLarens will make more power. It's just a better platform for making power. But these Ferraris, for what they are, they sure are pretty quick. I mean, hopefully we can see one in the 9s pretty soon down here. The Florida heat's pretty brutal on the temps, and that really limits a lot of times the power that we can make. So but we will see today. Right now it's saying it's 94 degrees out on the dash there. Yeah, so it's pretty hot. I mean, this one's a convertible, so we can put the top down, but I mean, this AC is much better than baking right now, especially in this traffic. this traffic is brutal. We got the roof open right now just to help the car cool down from driving here. We're gonna go ahead and bring it in behind you here to the dyno. But you can go ahead and see and hear the actual engine bay of the car, the fab speed pipes, the wastegates, the general setup. But it's, as you can see, it's stock. It's not, these fab speed pipes are stock replacement. They're not anything custom. They don't really equate to anything crazy. There's no meth, there's no race gas, just pump gas. So hopefully you get some pretty good numbers out of it, but we'll see. Most exciting part of the day, pulling out the ECU. We have a baseline pull now, and that log has been sent off to the tuner. So we're going to go ahead and pull out the ECU from the fender here, and then we will be on our way to making more power. Well, we have the ECU out of the car, and we're getting it set up with the tuning software so we can go ahead and flash it. We'll be back once we get this all set up and the file loaded onto the computer. Alright, so we're back now, have the ECU back in the car. Go ahead and getting it re-strapped down. We've updated the file and have it flashed from Kevin, Go Lab Works. So we're gonna go ahead, and once we get these last two straps on the car, we're gonna go ahead and run it and get a new number and see how she does. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we have a baseline number. We don't have the car freaking out anymore, nothing weird happening. So now that we have a good baseline to start with, what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna start slowly increasing the boost. So right now the car is on wastegate, so it's making about 17 pounds. And that's measured to the manifold for that reading, and we're using the actual boost controller for the car for that. So we're gonna go ahead and get in here and open the car up, get it warmed back up again so we can do another pull with a little bit more boost, and we'll see what the numbers are. So now we're gonna go ahead, get the car started, get it rolling here on the dyno, and go ahead and make a pull. Okay, so we have the second pull here. The power figures, it's not as much of a peak, but you can see there's more power carried out. So we're gonna go ahead and do another pull real quick here, and while the car is warm, and then we're gonna go ahead after this pull and let it cool down. Okay, so as we expect typically, the first pull doesn't necessarily make the most amount of power. The IATs are still at 100.4 on the computer even after the pull, and that's at the very end of it. So the car made, we can see the increase here, it was about 2 pounds of boost. So we picked up about, what was that, 12 horsepower, same timing, it's about 16 degrees. So we're gonna go ahead and send these logs off, and then once they get analyzed by the tuner, we'll be back with more. Car's in neutral now. We have the dyno brake on. We go ahead and pan on over to the computer now. We're gonna go ahead and the mouse wants to work, which of course it doesn't. So you can go ahead and see now, we are now smoothing out this dip right here in the car. That was 20.4 pounds of boost. You can see right here, you wanna bring the camera in real quick, 24.4. So that's actually what the manifolds for the car is seeing. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna shut the car off, let it cool down a little bit. Our IATs are up to 104. We like to see them around 100, so that way we get a pretty consistent and accurate number. If you heat soak the car, you're gonna make a lot less power, and when we're tuning, we're just trying to make sure everything's safe. We're only, 30 horsepower or so shy of our goal of 700 to the tire. So probably in a couple more pulls, we should be pretty close. And then probably pull the ECU out here in a little bit and give it, maybe give it a little bit more timing if the tuner lets us. All right, we're done. That's it, we're done. Game over. We overshot our goal, I guess. So that's it. That was Ben told us the goal was 700 to the tire. So if Ben's happy, the customer's happy, I'm happy. But we'll see. Maybe we can. I think we're done, to be honest with you. We're done. So we got about 100 horsepower increase and almost 90 foot-pounds of torque just by going from the stage 1 to the stage 2 turbos. The car's running about 3 pounds less boost and a lot less timing. Once again, this is only on pump gas. This isn't race gas, E85. We got the fuel off the turnpike from Shell. We have it on video. We're not playing around here. This is just a straight pump gas car, daily driver, AC'd, full interior. Nothing too crazy, but as you can see from these numbers, this car is going to be a lot more fun now.